Hey guys, Olivia from All About Art Gallery here. If you can tell, I'm not in the gallery right now. We are actually on site at a client's house with Lloyd R Hight, aka Ron, and he is painting a mural for us right now. So if you've been following our Facebook feed, you probably have seen lots of progress pictures of this mural. But I traveled out here to see it myself in person today, and oh my gosh, pictures just don't even do it justice. But I thought it might be fun to kind of find out a little bit of the behind the scenes. So, Ron, do you mind telling us a little bit about what the process is? You know, if someone comes up to us and says, I would love to do a mural, but I don't even know where to start, what do we do?
Usually, the first place that I start is I try to see if people already have a photograph, if they have an image, if they went fishing in Michigan and they love the place. If they have an image to start with, that really helps us kind of get the feel for
Okay.
what the subject matter is going to be.
Gotcha.
Okay, and the more pictures, the better. And so we start there usually.
So once you've picked your picture, of course, hopefully they have a space in mind. What's next?
Size is that kind of stuff. Are we talking about murals? Are we talking about
Well,
paintings?
I mean, paintings, commission paintings on canvas or murals.
Sure.
Really, at that point, they're not one and the same, but the process, I would imagine, is very similar.
With murals, then we go take a look at the site,
Okay.
see how big it is, and how many days or what it's going to take to do, kind of approach the scale of the project.
Okay.
And we talk about that. And then usually as that unfolds, they have little pieces they want to add in there. A picture of me catching a 50-pound trout, okay, or whatever it is kind of where we go.
Yeah. We actually talked about that just a few minutes ago. There's a rumor that Sasquatch might make an appearance in this one because it's all birch trees and kind of a cabin in the woods. So
There's been rumors. Yes, there have been.
well, very cool. Well, when it comes down to this project, I mean, this is a large piece. I mean, this wall is what,
42
42 feet wide
by
and
10 high.
10 high. That's a lot of space. There's a lot going on too. What's your favorite part of this mural in particular?
There's actually, I kind of like the cabin and the waterfalls behind it.
Yes.
There's like little vignette areas that I kind of like.
Yeah.
And it was fun doing those. So those become kind of some of my favorites. And
Yeah.
then sometimes just like the way these trees turned out right here, a little bit of a glow around the trees and the highlights. That pleases me. I feel like that turned out pretty good. It
Nice.
has a little quality to it. So the various pieces of it. Sometimes I'll do the bark on a tree, and I'm kind of pleased with the way that comes out.
Yeah. Very
So
cool.
It depends.
I have to toot your horn a little bit. One thing that I have never been able to do, of course, as an artist myself, I'm not great with murals at all. The scale is very, very challenging for me. Well, actually, before I toot your horn, can you talk about that a little bit? About
Scale?
how do you keep, with such a big project, how do you keep the scale proportionate?
Well, the simplest way of doing it is you can use, if it's not a huge wall like this is, you can actually project it.
Okay.
Do an overhead projection, you have your sketch, and you just throw it on there. And usually that'll get you pretty well underway.
Okay.
With something like this, it has to be gridded out, halves, quarters, fourths, eighths. And once you have it gridded out, then you kind of make adjustments. Because we have an overhang here, that kind of really changes how you look at the whole wall.
Yeah.
So we moved the cabin, it was a little farther over. We moved the cabin more towards the center to get away from the shadows.
Gotcha.
So we just make adjustments as we go, and you kind of let it unfold. Every painting is different, and there's what you have in mind, then there's what really happens as the painting unfolds. So that's always kind of fun. It's kind of exciting for the artist as well.
Nice. Very cool. Well, the part that I wanted to show off is actually right behind us. I don't know if you guys can see. That's a corner. This is the hardest thing to do, in my opinion, as an artist, is to do a proportionate corner, which I'm going to step a little bit into the sunshine. Hopefully you guys can still see it. But if you notice, like you're going to be moving around. Right now I'm standing in what's going to be a fire pit area. So they really wanted to make sure that the scope kind of enveloped you. And that was the thing that I was the most curious about when we were deciding to do this project was to see how you were going to handle that corner. So props off.
You want to hide corners, and there's some tricks to doing that. One is don't keep it vertical, do it with diagonals. Break
Okay.
it up with lights and darks across the corner, and it'll take the eye kind of away from that little edge, that little line that usually appears there. So that's one trick you can use, and
Nice.
I can't tell you everything. Okay, so
Can't divulge all the secrets.
exactly.
Well, Ron, thank you so much again for doing
welcome.
this and for taking the time to talk with us today. And we'll keep posting updated pictures. And when the final project is done, we were actually chatting with the owners of the house earlier that it looks different in different times of day too. So maybe we can bribe them into getting us some shots throughout the day to show off the different colors. So, but
Great idea.
thank you again. If you guys have any questions about murals, we got the guy. We actually have several artists that do things like this. So, just like with commissions on canvas, if you have someone that you would be interested in learning more about their work, we will definitely be happy to reach out to you. Just contact us at the gallery, All About Art. You can reach us at allaboutart.com or allaboutartgallery.com, I'm sorry. Or you can call the gallery at 615-826-9880. Thanks, guys. We'll see you later.